Hi you guys, it's me Mandy. So Megan here is going to be A, my new client. B, what's better is she's my new personal assistant, guys. So emoji this and emoji this and emoji this because literally she's gonna change my life. So we're here because guess why? She has to have good bomb malicious hair if she's gonna be representing Mandy Sue. You know, here's our goal. We have Megan that has pre-lightened ends, so if you guys can kind of see that color, these really pretty caramely tones. We're gonna try our really hardest to get these a lot lighter and a lot more platinum and a little bit more icier tone. We're gonna try to take her pretty light all the way up through her virgin hair color. So all this tone right here, you guys, is virgin, and I'm so happy about that because it's nice to work with those virgins, you know? So that's our goal. We're gonna take her as light as possible, still create the nice rooty look for her so she doesn't have a lot of maintenance. And then we're going to do a really cool new technique with what I call my color press. So we're gonna get right to the formulation, we're gonna get to the technique, and I'm gonna have you guys follow me over to the color bar. Okay, so here we go. So I'm gonna be transitioning the developers from 50 to 40 volume, of course using Olaplex, okay? So what I'm gonna be doing is I like to use the Pure Light Balayage Lightener. This is just a good clay lightener that works, but I'm gonna go ahead and do just one scoop into there, okay? And I like to do that for the consistency. I do not use the clay lightener for lift because you probably all know out there, hairdressers, that we're not getting a ton of lift off clay lightener. So hopefully we can find a lightener that will give us a good lift off of clay. And then I'm gonna use my magic lightener. This is going to be my go-to lightener for her hair. I'm gonna go in here and I'm gonna be using one scoop here, and then I'm gonna use another half scoop, okay? So I like to use magic lightener and always mix it with a little clay lightener. That's a little trick up my sleeve that I have found that works great for me. And you guys can choose to do that or choose not to do that, whatever you decide to do. So with that being said, I'm gonna go in here and kind of mix that together a little bit, okay? I'm starting with 50 volume because her hair is going to need to have a little bit of lift. So I'm gonna go in here, and the consistency that I want is actually going to be 2 scoops of this little cup here. So I'm gonna go in here and add in 1 scoop. And this is the Color Capture 50 volume. And put another scoop of 50 volume. Okay, great. So I like to use these little cups to measure out my developer because I get like a perfect consistency. Add in my Rejuvenate oil because I do not go without this stuff ever. I like to add 1, 2, 3 drops to it because this will keep the minerals in her hair, this will keep the shine, and this will keep her hair to stay moistured the whole entire time. This lavender oil I also love to use. I just go in here and go 1, 2, 3. And this kind of is a good experience for your clients because this actually makes their hair smell like lavender through the process. And then I'm gonna go ahead, before I mix up my Olaplex, I'm gonna take my cute little assistant and we're gonna take this to 60 seconds. Okay, so you guys, consistency looks like that. After you really work it in, that's kind of what it looks like. You want it to be like, you don't want it to drop out of the bowl, okay? We're gonna go in and add in 1/8 ounce of Olaplex. Then we're gonna add that on in. Take my little cute mixer, and we're gonna really get this to mix in really good. Okay, so once I go ahead and have Olaplex mixed up in there really good, I like to use a good cute ceramic bowl, and I'm gonna go in here and add in my lightener into my bowl, and we're gonna now go over and start the technique. Okay, so before I start, you guys, I really want to go in here and I'm adding in just some of my oil. I added this into the product, so I'm going to do 1, 2, 3. I add this into the product and then I add this into her hair before I start the process, just to keep as much shine as I can and healthiness, okay? So the first section I'm going to do is start in the back. I'm gonna be using a zigzag part. And I have to tell you, I actually am really happy that I'm teaching you guys a little bit of something that I got taught. So I was taught this technique through Elizabeth Faye, which she's a hair painter educator, and she's seriously amazing. And so the zigzag sectioning is awesome, and I'm loving it. So right now we're working with an all-around virgin hair color right now. So my first technique I like to do is I'm going to add about this much hair. Avoid her static, it's probably because of my gloves right now. You see how it's zigzagged and it's not a straight part? So the first thing I'm gonna do is just take two sections. I'm gonna take it and tease it just a little bit. When you tease the hair like that and goes up, that's disconnecting all this hair on the bottom. Using my Framar brushes only. I'm gonna go in here and start the process of the lightening. And I'm gonna be doing a few V's and a few W's, and I'm gonna take this a little bit higher. And I'm softly pressing when I get up to the top through here, and this is going to be a V section. And I'm gonna be surfacing and then saturating. So right now we're just surfacing the hair up through here, feathering up the top. And once we get down through here, I'm gonna take the back of my hand and just go through here and saturate those ends. We have these pre-lightened ends. Down through here, we have a little bit, but not too much. So we're really wanting to pop out this tone on the bottom. So then we're gonna take our lovely color press, and we're gonna kind of just take this and press it softly on. And what this is going to do for me is it's going to saturate. So if you guys can see how if I'm pressing, you see all this color kind of disappearing, okay? You're like, where is it going, where is it going? It's actually not going onto the color press, it's going and it's deepening into the hair, and it's going all the way down into the hair shaft to saturate. Then because I see that there's not a ton of product on there, I know it's inside of the hair. So I'm gonna go in here, and I'm gonna go add in a little bit more product. So I know that the insides has product in the insides of the hair. So what I love about that color press is it's able to work the product from inside to the outside. So I'm happy about that transition. I'm gonna take this up, you guys, and pull this up with you guys. If you kind of see that saturation from down through here, that's gonna be really good on those ends. But just to be sure, I wanna take my back of my comb and I'm gonna kind of just smoothen that out, just like this. All right, so my next section, we're going to go ahead and we're gonna take another zigzag part, okay? So the sections I like to take are gonna be 2 straight zigzags, and then I'm gonna work my way diagonally, and I'm gonna show you guys that in just a minute. This next section here, I'm gonna just go through here and tease, okay? Same thing. I'm gonna now start working my way into some W's, and I'm gonna go here and press in place, work our way up, so this is the first peak of my first lining of a W, okay? Then what I like to do is I'm gonna go up here, and I like to move the hair a little bit for my tension, because you see how this is kind of slacking right there a little bit? That's gonna bug me because I won't be able to get the tension that I want. So I'm gonna go ahead and move over, and I don't care what this is doing right now. This is gonna be fine because this will be blended out. So I'm gonna go ahead and move the hair over, and I do like to go on top of the teasing just a little bit, feather through, move the hair back, and I have my 2 peaks of a V so far. Then what I'm gonna go ahead and do is go right up into the middle. And this is where you're gonna get your disconnection. And I'm feathering up and touching the base just a tiny, tiny bit, zone 1. And you can kind of see how we have a good W right there. Taking this all the way down. So far, I want you guys to see how if I lift this up, we're only doing surface up through here. So far we have no saturation on the other side of the hair. But that's not going to be for long. I'm gonna show you where the saturation is gonna go. Taking my hand and pressing. And you're really putting a lot of pressure down so that way you're gonna get your saturation. Another reason why this color press is bomb, because it's able to saturate it for you in a very easy manner. So instead of you working too hard, you work like you're not gonna work as hard. You have this color press that's going to dig this color in and saturate it for you, which I love. This is awesome. I'm literally loving this product right now. Adding more, because it seemed like it just disappeared, but it didn't. And moving on, adding more lightener all the way to the ends. This little hair is gonna bug me, so I'm gonna let that out. And then I really like to make sure I'm cross-checking my work. I'm gonna go up through here on my W and blend out. And you can have big W's, small W's, big B's, whatever technique you feel for your balayage, you can have that, okay? Then I'm gonna go in here with a clear brush and kind of just feather up just like this to smoothen. Now I'm gonna show you guys the underside of the hair. You see where the saturation is? It's only on this end, from the mids to the ends. We don't have anything underneath here on the base because we want that to stay surfaced. And we're gonna softly press that where the hair will naturally fall. So we're now here on this last section. I'm gonna go in here and do the same thing. This part's gonna be a little bit repetitive. So I want you guys to notice that when you take this hair, the natural fall of hair, you really have to move it around so you get where the color is gonna be the best. So right here, if I were just to work with this section and try to paint all of this right up through here, it's gonna bug me because it's not gonna be tight. It's not gonna be good tension. So I'm gonna go through here and move this over and start working my way up to the peak of this W here. And I'm gonna make sure I soften this as I go. And having this go on top of the teasing is perfectly great because it's gonna be, again, disconnected. So now I'm gonna move her, and this part right here has good tension, but again, you guys, you see how I'm shifting my hand over, just like this a little bit. So going on to this section, moving my hair to go up to the middle and do my W. And this section is actually really falling off to the side. So I'm gonna make sure I move with the side of where the hair is gonna fall. So saturating as much as I can with my Fermar brush. The consistency of my lightener is perfect right now, and I love that. Pressing. And adding more. So I really want to tell you guys, saturation is key. If you have a client who's like, I want to be platinum blonde, and you're balayaging and you're hair painting and you're not saturating, you're not going to get the lift if you don't saturate. So make sure you're saturating as good as you can, because you're going to get that level of lift that they're asking for. Smoothing out my V's right through here. Okay? And we're gonna let this fall. So now what I'm gonna do with the top half section, I'm gonna break this into half, okay? And I'm gonna work off a different placement. I'm gonna take this section And I'm gonna kind of do an actual triangle like this, okay? I'm gonna let this guy go off to the side, and I'm not gonna touch the top for now. And what you wanna do is you wanna make sure you're working off where the hair naturally falls. So I'm gonna go in here, and we're gonna actually do a little bit of, we're not gonna add any V's or W's right now. We're gonna actually take this pretty high onto the whole top of the hair, and we're gonna feather this whole section. So this can be considered like, if you wanna say, a baby light. All right, you guys, so we are now off to this side. We finished the back. I'm gonna use the back of this brush. I'm gonna do a bigger zigzag. I like to transition to a small zigzag to a big zigzag. And because I like to pick up more hair on top and more hair on bottom when we come further up against her face. Look how beautiful that transition is from dark to light. That's gonna be gorgeous. Okay, you guys, so as we're up here on this last section of her hair, we are gonna still do zigzag parts, and we're going deeper into the zigzag, and I will show you exactly what I mean. And we are doing it diagonally. So again, I'm leaving out the facial framing so I can bust that out with a 50 volume. This is 40 volume still, and I like to really work my way with smaller sections when we get to the top. So we're going in here, and we're gonna go ahead and just tease. Kind of still just repetitive, you guys. I'm not shifting up the technique too much other than doing small V's, big V's, and baby lights. So that's the technique through this whole process. So this is gonna be actually a baby light section, because this section underneath here was a balayage V. So we're gonna go up through here and just dig in lightly at the top. So you guys see how this is a deeper zigzag part? Let me go ahead and show you the next section. I'm gonna take this, and I'm diagonal to this. And I'm doing a very, very small zigzag. And I'm gonna make this little dot right there, okay? And that's my guide point from the front, from the other side to this side. So now we are finished with the top back section. We're now gonna go around to the facial framing. Okay, you guys, so we are here on the front. I actually brought out my foil it from Mara Foils because around the front, I really wanna isolate the heat, and I really wanna make sure that it's bright around this face. So now what we're doing around here is slicing around her face. I'm gonna go in here and just really blend through the top and very lightly still feather up through the base. But those ends are really what I want saturated. So when you put it in a foil, it's going to really keep the hair heated up. Redken Shades EQ 9V and Redken 9T. And I will be putting in 1 ounce of 9T, which is chrome, which is one of my favorite colors. And then platinum ice, I'll be doing 1 ounce of that. So a total of 2 ounces of color. And then I will be using Redken Processing Solution 5%. 4 ounces there. And then I always like to add in my Rejuvenate oil for shine. And we're just gonna go ahead and mix that on up, and we're gonna get toning her hair. All right, so we are ready to wash, you guys. We have it on cold water because I always like to do cold water right after I get done with a big blonding process. Her hair got really light. I'm really excited. All right, so now we're going to tone her hair with the mixture I told you guys about. My friends, we are finished with this video and this tutorial, Tuesday tutorial. Can you just see her? She's pretty much gonna be going on to the Victoria's Secret run, right? Coming on soon. So look at this hair. I will tell you now, I'm very proud of myself because this is beautiful. So look off to the side. You guys, the transition line from dark to light, that is, look at this. It's so beautiful. And this ashy tone that we got and some of these warm dimensional tones are so beautiful. But tell me how you like it. Tell them how you feel.
I love it. I've never been able to get this color out of my hair, never. No matter how many people I've gone to or how many times, it's never gotten this color that I wanted. So I'm very happy we did it in just like a couple hours. So yeah, that's crazy.
So her hair did amazing. Her hair lifted so good. Turn around for me. Show them the back. Look how pretty the back is. So pretty. And it's perfect for fall and summer. I really like this tone for either or season or even winter. So if you guys want to see the insides of this hair, look how gorgeous. She had none of this was color. This was all her natural color, like up to, like all this was her virgin color. So look how good it lifted. That magic lightener, you guys, I'm telling you, it's seriously amazing. Turn to this side. Look at these beautiful tones. Super ashy and so much great dimension. One thing I want to tell you guys that literally changed the entire process of doing this is this color press. I got this, I'm going to link it below where I got this actually because I don't even know, but it was amazing to be able to have this, and the saturation I got on those ends, remember how I said the color is working from inside out? It did amazing. So I highly recommend the color press to anyone. So you guys, if you liked what you saw today, thumbs up. If you didn't like it, still thumbs up because you're obviously watching this, and so you should still thumbs it up, you know? If you guys feel like you're learning from me, I want to know. Comment below and tell me like if this helped you a little bit. If you're new in the industry, or if you're in the industry now in hair school or out of the hair school or advanced stylist, let me know if this helped you guys a little bit. Also, don't forget to subscribe. please subscribe because I'm almost hitting 100,000, guys, 100,000 subscribers. So help me get there, I would be so happy. And stay tuned for my Friday video because the next video coming out is gonna be awesome. And I love you guys and see you all Friday. Bye.